So one of the things people love to say is, David, why do you always visit these third world countries where everyone's poor and dying in the street?
Yeah.
You're exploiting vulnerable women. They're hungry, they're starving. Some of them even say, David, the reason these girls are happy to meet you is they don't have electricity.
Yeah.
So,
and they're mud huts where they sell bananas.
Yeah, so we want to show you guys the real Philippines.
Listen, viewer discretion is advised. You're about to see extreme levels of poverty. Be careful.
Yeah, guys, so we might need a gun to guard us against this third world hellhole. So as you guys can tell, very dangerous. You know, they have these third world brands like Zara.
Whoa, what is that? Is that from Africa? Onitsuka Tiger? Who the fuck would even wear that brand? that's not a luxury Japanese brand. What the fuck is this?
You know, and the lack of electricity is a concern. As you can tell, people are fleeing the war zone of the third worldness. So John actually has a Rolex,
yeah.
And he was really scared to bring it. Why is that?
Well, I just don't think that they would even put a Rolex store here in the Philippines. Like, they would probably all get stolen, and
yeah.
I mean, people, why would you even come to Philippines to buy Rolex?
Well, the thing is, like, when everyone's starving and there's no electricity and it's all third world, like, Rolex, these people have never even like seen a Rolex.
Yeah.
And so you should never bring it. That would be ridiculous. You would just immediately get robbed.
Yeah, they would steal it and sell it for bananas.
So all jokes aside, we are in Ayala Mall, a 5-story giga plaza, and there's like 3 or 4 of these all over the city.
Dude, this is better than like 90% of malls in America, and there's a 0% chance you're gonna get shot here.
Yeah.
This is what we're doing for you guys. This is for the Passport Bro course. Look at this.
Boom.
Look, this costs at least 50 bananas.
So the myth of the third world country, it's a very popular thing that people say that, you know, these countries are underdeveloped, these countries are poor, these countries are dangerous. And the truth is, the world is changing, it's becoming modern, and some of the countries that have a stereotype of being poor are actually cleaner, nicer, better, safer than the United States.
And the biggest thing is, no one's gonna shoot you because they saw it in a rap video.
It's funny because people are like, oh, isn't it dangerous there? No, dude. It's not only is it not dangerous, it's way safer. Many of these places are way ahead of the United States, way ahead of the West on a lot of different fronts. It is true there's parts of the Philippines that are still what you would classify as underdeveloped, but you just go to the nice places. Every city in America has a dangerous area. Even like my hometown of Bakersfield, we always joke like you don't want to walk on Union Avenue alone, right? LA has Skid Row, but you wouldn't say LA is, you know, the entire city of LA or the entire state of California is dangerous just because Skid Row exists. And the same is true for places like the Philippines, places like Colombia. I mean, there's parts of Colombia that are incredibly safe because there's a gated community, it's 5-star hotels, and that's one of the things that John was really surprised by when he came here.
You know, I thought it would be like, you know, not like mud huts, but I thought it would just be a little bit more run down. And I think actually Cebu is more developed than Vietnam.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I was a big fan of Vietnam, and Vietnam was tolerable, you know, so it just blows my mind how nice it is. And another thing about the Philippines, I used to think it was just like this scummy place, you know, because it just does have a bad reputation, which is good because honestly, it keeps people away. You don't want a bunch of fucking retards flooding in here, a bunch of simps who want to just pay girls money for, you know, affection. This is actually a really friendly, happy culture. These people are very moral and nice people. Like my assistant is such an amazing chick. She's like, I don't have to worry about her stealing or trying to scam me or anything like that. It just blows my mind.
Another thing that is a popular myth about certain countries is, oh, the internet's slow, you know, you're gonna get food poisoning everywhere. My internet in my apartment is 950 megabits up and down, right? Guess what? Amazon works in the Philippines. You can order on Amazon in the Philippines. In fact, most of the call centers for Amazon are here, you know?
Let me add something to that. So for you guys that like to do IV drips, so if I get sick, I like to go get an IV drip of glutathione and vitamin C and vitamin B12 complex. So if you do that in Japan, where I typically do it, Or the States, you're looking at $200 to $300 per bag. I did it here for 20 bucks. $20. If you understand IV drips, and the quality is through the roof. I went to this beauty clinic and got glutathione, and I felt like I could run through the wall. So there's so many amazing things here that you can capitalize on, but you got to be educated on it, and that's why we're going to be putting out Passport Bro course to show you the total ins and outs, so you don't get scammed. You just get the best value for your dollar.
Now, the good thing about a lot of these negative stereotypes is it kind of scares other guys from going to these places. When you hear about a city being really dangerous or really scary, well, there's a good chance other tourists are not going there. There's a good chance there's other guys that are nervous to go. For example, when I was in Colombia, I actually spent a lot of my time in the most dangerous city in the country, Cali. When I went there, everyone warned me, oh, it's gonna be scary, it's gonna be dangerous. But as a consequence, I was basically the only tourist in the city, and the dating advantage of being the only tourist in the city is pretty massive. All the girls on the dating apps, I stand out. Maybe the local guys don't have as much freedom as I do when it comes to like what I can do and how much fun I can deliver or free time. You know, with me, I'm digitally free. I'm a nomad, so I can kind of do whatever I want. When you're in a dating environment that has less competition, things are always better. And a big part of the Passport Bro like philosophy is location, location, location. Now, we are going to be showing you how to do research on cities, not Googling it, not looking at scary articles written by fat white women or some 2013 forum posts. We're going to be talking about using updated analytics, using social media, heat maps, all kinds of different techniques when it comes to researching a city on whether it is a desirable location or one you should avoid. Another big benefit of living abroad is things like rent, things like food, services are all much cheaper. So I have here my 2-bedroom apartment and I pay $500 a month. And here we have my beautiful assistant, Aleza, who's full-time, and I pay her $80 a week. So Aleza, is $80 a week a pretty good amount in the Philippines?
Yeah, pretty good.
If you were working at like a call center or like Jollibee, what do you think you get paid?
$10K a month.
$180.
$180 a month?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so
she's rich.
yeah, yeah, I think we need to renegotiate our salary here.
Yeah. Honestly, and the good thing too, in which like, you know, places like Colombia, no offense to any Colombians that may watch this, but like the girls here are just, they have a sense of morality, they have a sense of God in them, and so there's no treachery. Like, we leave money out in front of her all the time. Like, she brings back receipts, she doesn't steal, she's not like crooked. What's that? You know what?
I don't scam people.
You don't scam.
She doesn't scam people. I have an assistant too. She's Diane. She's out running around stuff right now too. And it just really helps you take away from the menial tasks that a digital nomad shouldn't be doing, like cooking and cleaning, because as a digital nomad, you need to be focused on growing your business, expanding your business, saving your money, and investing your money. Or you could be like one of these other weirdo fucking foreigners out here, which we're not endorsing you guys to be at all. Like, we're both high-level entrepreneurs here. And you really just want to be dedicating the majority of your time towards health, fitness, and making money. So we don't have to cook our food, we don't have to clean dishes, we don't have to go shopping. All of this is handled. Our personal trainer's $13 a session, right? All of these things are so beneficial and helpful here in these foreign countries that you can't get those benefits. I mean, if we had a personal assistant at home, we have to be like, okay, like, you know, we'd have to like tell her how brave and strong she is every day for like doing this work and then save up money for the oncoming Me Too case she's gonna file against you if you like look at her the wrong way. So you don't have to deal with any of that crap out here. And we treat them good. And me personally, I don't mind paying a little bit more than what the country pays, because A, I know it's going to a good girl, she has a good heart, she means well, and B, like, it just makes everything better. Everybody's happy. It's a win-win situation for everybody.
You know, one of the complaints, again, this video is mostly like dispelling the myths of the third world. There are some things, there are some points of friction when living in a country like the Philippines or Serbia, but because the price of everything is so cheap, getting an assistant, it helps smooth out all the rough edges. Yeah, sometimes things are a little bit challenging with the language barrier, but guess what? I have an assistant. Yeah, sometimes there's a bit of traffic, but guess what? I have an assistant that can do tasks for me. So all the money I save, you know, not having to pay some scammer landlord in LA who's like fighting the city to like deal with all the crackheads out in the street, all the money I save, I can just employ an assistant to make my life even easier. So
yeah, and then when you pay your people well, novel concept, they treat you well. Stop trying to fucking cheapskate everybody around you. Just pay a little bit more, take care of them, and you save time on the long horizon. This is more of like a high-level entrepreneur conversation, but this is very, very true. And that's what you're dealing with when you're with me and David Bond here, right? We're not just some bums out here just like chasing sex, like, oh, I just want to have sex with a bunch of girls. Like, no, we're out here to enrich our lives. And we just know that the girl part is covered. And then so we have so much more mental real estate freed up so that we can produce content, produce projects like the Passport Bro for guys like you who want to do what we did, because we're not special. We're not rich guys. We both come from, objectively speaking, kind of broken families. We don't have rich families to bail us out. We don't have trust funds. We're literally two below average guys who became above average. So if we did it, you can do it too. So go right now, fill out the waiting list, go to passportbro.net, or Aleza is gonna starve, okay? If you don't sign up, she's gonna starve and die. Yeah. So go right now, do it.
Sign up.
So cute.